Hey guys, I'm bringing you game 3 of State of Origin, swelling with pride at the performance that I got to see last night. I will be stopping this video a lot. We've got the longer highlight this time, which is great. I'll be stopping a lot because I've got such a diverse audience. We've got rugby union fans, we've got hurling fans, we've got hockey fans, we've got gaming fans. All right, so I'm going to be stopping to explain things. Let's see the first hit up, and then I'm going to give you a bit of a backstory leading into this game, because you guys do so well in educating me in the comments. So I'm going to make sure I can transfer as much information as I can, but let's watch the kickoff. New South Wales are the Blues, Queensland are the Maroons. The first hit up's always a big one, so let's go into it.
A call erupts. Game 3 is underway before a sea of blue in Sydney, and the returning Warriors straight into the action. Josh Papali'i.
All right, I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of how the series has gone. What made this performance so special, guys. So game 1 was in Queensland. It was Queensland's home game, and it was a shocking performance. Honestly, it was hard to watch. I did the reaction for that game, and you can see the disappointment in my face the next day. The Queensland coach, Billy Slater, made some big calls, and, you know, he was getting roasted for what he's done, and it was brave. They were brave calls. He actually dropped the captain of the Queensland side, Daly Cherry Evans, made Cameron Munster captain, brought in new players on debut to try to stop that gap, try to get a change from that game 1 performance. So that was Queensland's home game. Game 2 was in Western Australia, so that's on neutral territory. It's much better performance. They came out, Queensland had an incredible first half, put on a lot of points. The Blues came back. If they were kicking well, they actually would have won game 2 and closed out the series, but they did not take their kicking boots. So in terms of tries, you know, crossing the line, putting the ball down, they actually outscored Queensland, but they weren't making the conversions. So Queensland won a slim one there, but the thing to note there is the first half was very good for Queensland, but the second half, New South Wales dominated. Going into game 3, which is New South Wales' home game now. Okay, so New South Wales have absolutely dominated the last half. Queensland's captain, new captain, his second game at captain, Cameron Munster, his father unfortunately passed away a few days before game 3. So there was a lot of emotion coming into it. This player here, Josh Papali'i, he is the most capped Canberra Raider player ever. He's played over 300 games. So Billy Slater's brought in, the coach of Queensland has brought in a really experienced forward. He's also brought in a new debutant, Shivasaki. And on top of that, you've got the people who debuted in game 2. I'm a diehard Queensland fan, and I just was bracing myself yesterday. The New South Wales Blues genuinely are wasting a dynasty. They have the players. Queensland had a phenomenal team like this, and they won all those series. They won 8 in a row around 2015. The Blues have that team. They should be. I mean, this should have been a demolition of Queensland at home. So anyway, let's just see how it happens. So that's Josh Papali'i recalled. He hasn't played Origin for years. He got the call back up, a veteran to come in, give them some punch forward. And that person who got that pass away, now this is actually big. So Crichton's one of the best centers. He is unbelievable. Now, Shivasaki is this player. So he's been brought in. So he's on debut, remember. So New South Wales are going to test him. And early on, it looks shaky. You see Crichton get around him and able to get the pass away. Shivasaki can't control him. Now, Martin does an incredible job here of staying in line. If a bootlace touches this white line, then it's a handover because he's gone out of the field of play. So it was a great covering tackle from Harry Grant here. Good defense. And well done to Martin to not touch that line.
And somehow manages to stay in the field of play. An early break down their right-hand side. They go to
So they're going side to side, working the defense, making the defense work hard.
Here's Latrell. Mitchell kicks into the backfield.
It's a very nice kick. So here's another change as Latrell Make sure he knows that he's been caught here. So our fullback, Kalen Ponga, was injured. So this is the hammer. He's been moved here. He was playing on the edge, and I think it's, honestly, I'm so glad he got moved to fullback. That's what he plays at club level. And on this side was always where New South Wales were scoring their tries. So I'm actually really happy that Hammer ended up back at fullback.
Through the hands here. Munster to Capel. They made some ground in that
Capel throws a
line.
dummy. He gets hit high here.
There's a penalty to Queensland for a high shot.
Yeah, lazy shot by Stephen Crichton.
Yeah, up around the head.
Almost on the scrum line.
So I'll give you the context you don't get to see in this game. I normally hate people taking 2 points early. But up until this point, New South Wales were controlling the territory battle. They were making more meters. When the ball was getting turned over, it was getting turned over at Queensland's end, and Queensland weren't getting back down the field like New South Wales were. New South Wales were dominant, but after this penalty, Valentine Holmes takes the kick. That gets him 2 points. That gets Queensland on the board. That gets a break. It changes the psychology a little bit.
He's kicked the bullet in Queensland league.
Oh, big hit from Val Holmes. On a larger player too, I'd say.
Grant now, here's the hero. He's been busy. He gets bent there though, but he's able to fashion an offload. And Dearden, as always, is in support.
Well done from Tom Dearden. He does a great job of holding up the pass. Now, if he doesn't get the second tap on this ball backwards and it touched any New South Wales player or the ground, this would be a knock on and a handover to Queensland. But because he can get that second effort to keep it going back. So this is Cameron Munster. This is our captain. So it's his father who passed away. So it was really interesting to see how he would step up and how the team would step up around him.
Looking for an option. He didn't see Toto on his blind spot. Spiral pass. Grant to Dearden. Now Munster. Out in front.
Shibasaki, who was on debut. So the trust in these young players. There he is right there. On his debut. Feeding on the ball to Xavier Coates. Yeah, Zach Lomax came right in. So it's great to see, you know, a player on debut, breaking the tackle, getting the pass away, and rewarding the coach for putting some faith in him.
This would be enormous.
So this is just huge that Queensland are up here in the first 20 minutes.
More than a converted try margin. He starts it on the right-hand post, and he brings it back supremely. He's run hard, Shibasaki. I'm sure, Cam, the inclination is just to try and ease your way into a game.
This is the other player who was on debut in game 2, Robert Toyer. And they're taking him out. Now, if he touches the line, as we saw, the play dies. But he was able to get the ball away. Exactly. They thought that he'd gone over, but they continued. So you see him on the way going out. Great pass across the face of Reece Robson. So at this point, I'm still nervous as hell. I'm telling you right now. Oh, so there's Shibazaki on his debut. Takes a big hit there.
Tackled outside New South Wales 20-metre line. Dearden, the hammer, here's Connor. Charges hard. Stopped by Luai and Crichton.
That was a very slow play of the ball.
The Blues desperate here. They can't concede again. Shibasaki back on it.
Shibasaki's on the other side here.
He throws it past to Toyer. Toyer goes past the trail. Toyer nearly beats Stefano. He gets within 2 metres. Harry Grant. Dearden with a dummy and run.
So they're just threatening and it's just looking different. And this is huge here. This is huge here. Now he's beaten 4 players at least there. Let's keep an eye on this. He goes Burrows low. The defense is there. Off to the side. Look how many players are there.
It's an amazing effort
It is an incredible effort. But you also saw leading up to that what the Queensland players were doing, where they were breaking the line. They were getting in between defenders and they were getting an advantage. They were getting able to play the ball quickly or continue like their momentum. They weren't getting put on their back. So it was really interesting seeing how much space there was in the New South Wales defense. It was really unexpected. So at this point, I mean, that's just unbelievable. So Robson gets close. He tries to get over, but well covered by the hammer there. Just controlling the ball and making sure that it cannot get to the ground there. Yeah, Queensland had a very fast defensive line, and it took away the time of the New South Wales players. That was a nice, very deceptive pass. And we saw Hammerso he was the one controlling the ball, and he was the last line of defense there, stopping that player from getting through.
He may have taken Lomax out of the game here. No, ball bounces back. Watson's got it. Watson from one side to the other. Away to Jerome Luai. Luai sends it to Latrell. Latrell down the wing, backhanded pass.
Great pass, but great defense. It was a great pass, but he couldn't. It was an incredible. So he has to get rid of that before he hits it down, and then a Queensland player is backing up to get that. Great pass on. But it is quite incredible, isn't it? Although this is partially. So we got a lot of defenders here on this left. So New South Wales got to spread it right. This actually works out well for them. So now New South Wales get their first score in the second half. There's 24 minutes to go of the game. Now, interestingly, on this play here, the miss pass is what created the opportunity. This is fascinating. Like, check this out, guys. So we've had all the defenders come over to stop that like scoring opportunity here. Now, this pass will go to him, and it's going to almost hit the ground. In fact, it hits the ground, right? So that's a terrible pass. That shouldn't be rewarded. But what happens is Harry Grant comes in here to try to either get on a loose ball or shut it down quickly, make sure he can't get up and play it on. And Luai is able to like fashion a pass. Like he just gets rid of it, right? And that is actually what creates the stress on the Queensland line here. And they just keep stretching. So well done to take advantage of that. And you do have to understand, 20 points to this New South Wales team. They have so much strike, so much attacking strike. They absolutely could come back. This was hilarious. Mitchell's tried to milk a penalty here. So he's in the field of play. And he rolls over. I mean, he's 100% trying to milk a penalty to reset the tackle count here. But anyway, the referee said it was held, so you can't take a player out after. So he just plays the ball.
Well, the referee's going to let him play it because he said held, and then he went out of the field of play. Luai kicking through. Cleary's after it. Hammer with all of his pace. Get that out of here.
That's a great kick by Luai, but that was great acting as well by Latrell.
Yeah, Kevin.
And the referee says it's the last tackle still. He might have been tackled high top while his headgear's come on.
All right. So they challenge this. We get a little bit of back and forth with the players. There's Papali, the one who was brought in, the veteran. So they don't show the video ref stuff, but anyway, it's all right. Wow. I mean, that's some nice passing. But it's Tom Dearden again. So this number 7, he won man of the match, and there would be literally no question about that. He set up a lot in attack. His defense, he was covering everything. Incredible individual performance.
Someone supporting on the inside of New South Wales.
They go again. Terrible pass. Cleary, after 2 bounces, fires it out to Crichton. He throws it on the boot. The kick rolls to the in goal. It bounces.
Yeah, that was a favourable bounce. So I've explained this to people before, but just quickly, this is the opposition's try line here. If he gets tackled inside here, New South Wales get the ball back. So, you know, this player here, I think it's Lomax, is it? He has to make this tackle. This would be huge for New South Wales, but he's not able to do it. And Coates, not only that, is able to then get back into the field of play, almost back to the 10 metres. So that was a big play.
Now to the first receiver, Trentley Arrow. Third tackle on this refresh set. New South Wales are hardly hanging on here. Dearden done his run.
There we go. Well, there he is. Tom Dearden again. He saved, like, multiple tries.
For the true believers.
And then he got a try himself. He faked the pass.
Everything. Every play for the Queenslanders tonight. 2 tries.
Oh. Holmes took a little slip there. Someone left a banana peel on the field.
Connor Watson.
So this is the end of the game now.
Left, Luai goes to the boot.
And New South Wales do get a consolation try here.
It's up for Brian To'o, who puts it down. That's
But it's well and truly done.
series.
We've been New South Wales best this series by a mile.
That is true. To'o has been New South Wales best.
As Lomax kicks the goal.
It is full time, and 30 years after Fatty's Neville's triumph, the Queensland team of 2025 have captured a victory to stand alongside Eddie in Origin's 45-year history. And Cameron Munster, the entire rugby league community can only admire what he has done here after the most harrowing of weeks. He's led his team
So,
to victory in sport.
I'll give you a bit more around what happened.
Possible.
So they're all getting around the Captain Munster. There he is. Them lifting the trophy. Guys, this was one of the all-time performances. And it's against the team. I'm telling you, dude. Even diehard Queensland fans were... there are very few really... No one could expect Queensland to really have won here. Now, what you don't see in the highlights is Queensland basically had a perfect first half. So your completion rate is the amount of sets you have, so sets of 6 tackles. And, you know, so Queensland was something crazy like 21 from 21 or 26 from 26, whatever it was, that 100% completion rate. At this level, against this level of competition, that is insane. That is unheard of. And it continued into the second half. I don't think it was until 15 minutes in that there was a Queensland error. There was penalties against them, but that doesn't count as an incompleted set. So, I mean, honestly, it just seems like they genuinely lifted for Cameron Munster. Like, given his loss, and then he said that he was playing for his father, like that's all I can imagine to get this like superhuman performance. And New South Wales started well. Like I said, before that 2-point conversion, they were dominant. And even afterwards, even the start of the second half, oh, no, actually the second half, all the possession swung back. It was all New South Wales. So, yeah, no, just the gas tank, the grit, and determination that they showed is honestly, it's like superhuman. It's one of the greatest performances I've seen, and it was an incredible game. I can't believe that Queensland have won the series. I'm proud that they did it for Munster and for their state, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one. If you have any questions about it, I might have missed some stuff, or if you saw something and you're a little confused about the rules, just let me know in the comments. I'll always be happy to answer. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. It was unbelievable. So get over to kick.com/fightingsloth. I'm there 7 days a week. It's my passion. I'm ending the stream a little early today because I'm getting a bit of tattoo work done. But yeah, I'll still be there for like 5-6 hours. So pop over. Pop over and see me. I appreciate you so much. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for sharing this with me, and I'll be back with some other sports soon. Thank you so much, guys.